Up next on End of the Day Beer Review, we're looking at Blueberry Crush. This is a blueberry ale by Sand City Brewing Company. Check it out. Hi everybody, it's Rich and welcome to End of the Day Beer Review, and today we are looking at Blueberry Crush. Now this is a blueberry ale coming in at 5% ABV, so really light ABV for the channel and quite frankly for me. And this is a blueberry ale by Sand City Brewing Company. Now, a couple weeks ago, I went to Sand City Brewing Company and a couple other brewing companies on Long Island, and I actually tried a whole bunch of their beer. And one of the beers I wanted to review for the channel was this one, which is Blueberry Crush. And I didn't get a chance to try it while we were out, so I picked up a 4-pack. And this beer is really fresh. Talking about it being produced basically in the last 2 months, which for me, I normally age my beer, so this is completely out of most of my comfort zones, except for one thing. It's blueberry, and I do love blueberry. Now, Sand City is in Northport, and that's on Long Island, brewed and canned by Sand City Brewing Company in Northport. It is coming in at 5% ABV. Now, Sand City is a very small brewing company. There's 2 locations. There's one in Northport, and I want to say the other one is in Lindenhurst. Now, if you're in New York, or particularly if you're on Long Island, you'll know where that is. Very nice breweries to stop in. They normally have food trucks outside. So, you know, you can actually go in there. Well, the one in Northport's actually on the main strip, so there's restaurants all around. And they always have good fresh beer. Most of the beer I've tried from them has been very good. They have a couple of stouts out there. This is, like I said, a blueberry ale, so let's check it out. Crack the beer. And right off the bat, the bar is filled with the smell of blueberries, which I think is awesome. That's one of the first things I'm looking for when I'm looking at a sort of fruit beer. So how does it pour? It poured a little heavy here. You're definitely getting that nice sort of blue tint to it. I hope the camera's picking it up. Almost a bluish pink. Good amount of carbonation. In fact, as it poured, that aroma just got stronger. And there's a certain sweetness to the nose. I'm not even putting my nose into the glass yet, but the bar is filled with the aroma of sort of sweetness and that sweet, fruity blueberry aroma. Let's see, a little bit of, oh, it's just a scratch on the glass. Okay, cool. The head has pretty much dissipated. Still a good amount of carbonation. No real legs to speak of, but definitely some good carbonation in there, which when you put your nose to it, you get sort of a nice, almost wheat beer undertone, and you get an overwhelming aroma of sort of sweet blueberries. And it's really, really enjoyable. Almost reminiscent of like a really good blueberry muffin. So yeah, the nose is all blueberry, which is exactly what I'm looking for. And it's nice, sweet, sort of like I said, muffiny type of aroma to it. So most importantly, see what it tastes like. Oh, this is very nice. You know, the nose is definitely sweeter than the taste is. In fact, if anything, this is a little dry. I don't want to say tart because there's a certain amount of sweetness, but the sweetness isn't overwhelming. It's not sweet like a cider. The sweetness is there on the back of the tongue. On the front of the tongue, there's much more of that sort of dryness that you get from the fruit itself. It's not quite a sour. In fact, I don't even want to think, you know, like put that in your head. It's definitely not like a sour. It's sort of like drinking a very nice blueberry muffin. And, you know, there's a certain wheatiness to it. I guess that is sort of the yeast of the beer that I'm tasting. And then there's a great amount of fruit, and that fruit is all blueberry. So, like I said, the nose on it is a little sweeter than it actually drinks. The mouthfeel, it's light, it's crisp, it's refreshing. There's a little dryness. I have to say, on a hot day, I could probably crush a few of these. And at 5% ABV, you know, obviously drinking responsibly, you could definitely have 2 of these with a meal and be in decent shape to deal with the rest of the day. Not drive or anything, but you know, you'd definitely be in decent shape to, you know, to continue your day. You wouldn't be incapacitated by this, which is really nice. This is a nice summer beer. In fact, dare I say that this is going to be my summer beer? I have to say it's actually hard not to gulp it because it is so crisp, it is so refreshing, it's just so nice. And you know, I'm normally into the heavier, more syrupy mouthfeel of the stouts, but this is light, this is crisp, this is very refreshing. In fact, I was in the car all day today picking up beer actually, which is going to be in another review this week. And this is outstanding. This is a beautiful end of the day type of beer to have. In fact, I have to say this is one of the favorites I've had that's not a stout this whole season so far. From let's say January to now we're coming to the sort of the middle end of June. And this is excellent. So if you get a chance, again, this is Blueberry Crush. It is a blueberry ale by Sand City Brewing Company that is in New York. It is on Long Island. They have one in Northport and they have one in Lindenhurst. If you get a chance, I highly recommend visiting the actual brewery. They've got great seating, there's music, there's all that kind of stuff there. But best of all, they have really, really good beer for you to actually go and sit and enjoy that music too. My personal favorite, I really do like the Northport one because it is on Main Street. Northport is just such a pretty town. But the Lindenhurst one, bigger, more seats, food trucks are right there. And there are some other breweries in the area, so definitely if you're looking for like a bunch. And by the way, this is not, you know, this is not an ad for Sand City. A lot of the beers I've had by Sand City have been very good. It's a small brewery, it's a Long Island brewery, and they are putting out really, really good products. And if it's available by you, I definitely recommend picking up Blueberry Crush, or Blueberry Ale by Sand City Brewing Company. Now, if you don't like blueberries, this is not the beer for you. This is definitely a beer for the blueberry fan in mind. All right, folks, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to enjoy the rest of this one. Quite frankly, might enjoy a second one as well since I'm done with my driving for the day. And if you liked the review, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, throw in a comment. If there's another blueberry ale, because that really seems to be my thing this summer, that I should be trying out, please throw it in the comment section. I'd love to hear about it. And I'll see you next time on End of the Day Beer Review. Cheers.